Hi there, Maria Gracia here, owner of GetOrganizedNow.com. Hope you're having a great day. There are three things that people fear most when it comes to getting rid of clutter. I'm going to reveal those and I'm going to share my not so scary advice on this organizing topic. Let's begin. The first thing that people fear most is the enormity of the project at hand, right? So let's think about this. You have your home and it really needs to get organized. There's clutter in every room. To many people, this is an overwhelming, scary situation that often causes people to look the other way and never begin. Of course, clutter builds if you don't do anything about it, and that results in an even scarier situation. To combat that, never look at everything that needs to be accomplished. Don't look at all the rooms in the entire house. Don't look at all of the clutter. Instead, zone in on one task like organizing a closet shelf or clearing the surface of the kitchen table, for example. In doing so, that enormous fear is suddenly transformed into something that you can actually handle and that you can tackle in very little time. The second thing that people fear most is getting rid of stuff. The high majority of people do not like parting with their stuff. And it really doesn't matter if they're not using it, they're not wearing it, they're not loving it, etc. They may fear that the person who gave it to them, perhaps as a gift, might get mad. They may fear that if they get rid of it, they may actually discover that they need it. They may fear that by having less stuff, it makes them less of a person. Let's go through a quick A, B, and C on what I just mentioned. First, most gifts are given with the intention of bringing you joy, not years of guilt. B, if whatever it is that you're holding on to hasn't been used in weeks, months, years, or even more, you're likely never going to need it. Even on the off chance that you do, should whatever it is really be taking up unnecessary space on a maybe, might, possibly, likely, never chance? C, don't allow your possessions to hold you hostage. Your self-worth is not defined by your stuff. And enough said on that topic. If you love it, you use it, and you have space for it, wonderful. If you don't love it, don't use it, and or don't have space for it, it's clutter. To make getting rid of clutter less scary, here's something you can do. Donate, ditch, sell, or give away just one thing today. Tomorrow, do the same. The day after that, do the same. In 30 days, you'll be 30 items lighter. The third thing that people fear most is not knowing where to begin. Now, I hear this all the time. People telling me I have clutter everywhere and I kind of am looking at it and I feel paralyzed. I just don't know where to begin. And while they're in that state of being lost and confused, nothing actually gets started. There are two ways to decide where to begin. First scenario, let's say you have someone visiting you next week and the guest room is a disaster. It's filled with clutter. In this scenario, it's easy to decide where to begin. The guest room needs to be cleaned, otherwise your guest is not going to have a place to sleep. So go into the guest room and begin by removing clutter from the bed. And now don't actually just move the clutter to the other side of the room. Actually get it out of the room, remove it. If you really truly need it, you can stow it somewhere temporarily. I hate the word temporarily. It often turns into permanent. If you don't need it, get rid of it. Second scenario, nobody's visiting. You just want to begin getting organized. Either choose the room that's bothering you the most or flip a coin. because the truth is, the important thing is not where you start, but rather that you actually start. So let's review what we just talked about today. In summary, number one, if you're fearing the enormity of the task at hand, don't look at everything that needs to get done. Zone in on one task and begin. Two, if you're fearing getting rid of stuff, it's important to kind of change your thinking. It's less scary getting rid of stuff than it is having your entire home being taken over by clutter. Donate, ditch, sell, or give away one thing today, one thing tomorrow, one thing the next day, and so on and so forth. Number three, if you're fearing not knowing where to begin, it's okay. If there's an immediate reason for the area you're decluttering, like if somebody is coming over your home to visit, then your decision's already made. Go into the guest room and start decluttering in that room. Otherwise, it doesn't really matter where you begin. The only thing that matters is that you begin. And there you have it. Getting rid of clutter is not so scary. What's really scary is having clutter. Just one more note. Don't forget to pop on over to my website because I have 2 free resources that I know you're going to love, and I really would like you to get your hands on them. The first is called 101 Simple Things to Do to Declutter Your Life, and the second is called 101 Simple Things to Do to Clean Your Home. And besides those 2 resources, I also have tons of other free organizing goodies, including checklists, challenges, articles, secrets, printables, polls, and so much more. So definitely pop on over today and spend a bit of time on my GetOrganizedNow.com website. I'm Maria Gracia, owner of GetOrganizedNow.com. Thank you for hanging out with me today, and remember, there's no better time to get organized than to get organized now.